All right. Hey people, welcome back to my stream. It's been a while since we did Konosora, but I'm going until like 11 today. It's 8:30. Oh, that's still a lot of time, so it should be fine. Anyway, let's get started. I did some changes to the mixing of volumes and everything, so I'm not even sure if the volume's too strong or too low now. But I also did some changes to the mic, so I don't even know. There might be a possibility that the mic is picking up something weird, so I'm gonna base that on today's stream. I'm gonna make some readjustments if ever. All right, let's get started. Where did we left off? The old garage built. All right, the old garage built in a quiet place behind the school building. Wait, let me do some adjustments. I have a bad feeling about like the leveling of things. I'm just making guesses right now. All right.
何か面白いものがあるかもとこっそり中に忍び込んでみた。初めてあれを見た時はなんか変なものがあるなって程度で大して興味もなかった。それが180度変わったのはあの写真を見つけてから。一冊のノートに大事に挟んであったそれはとても綺麗な雲の写真。こんな美しい空があってもいいのってくらいグレートな空。けどなんか変だ。なんでだろう。この写真、あ、わかった。そう、その写真は雲の上から撮影されていたのだ。挟んであったノートのページにはこう書かれてあった。なんという幸運だろう。我々は風ヶ浦に突如出現したモーニンググローリーを偶然にも飛ぶことができた。それはもう奇跡と言ってもいい素晴らしい体験だった。モーニンググローリー？飛んだ？そのノート、高校日誌を読み進めるうちに僕はどんどんのめり込んでいった。雲の写真はこのガレージを使っていた人たちがグライダーという飛行機に乗って空の上から撮影したもので、そのグライダーにはエンジンはついてなくて風に乗って雲の上まで飛ぶんだという。一体どんな気分だろう。風に乗って空を飛ぶのは、あの美しい雲の回廊を渡るのは。そうして思いを巡らせた時、もう僕の心は決まっていた。そこに打ち捨てられたグライダーを修復し、雲の彼方を目指そうと。次の日僕は早速そのグレートな計画を親友に打ち明けた。
日も暮れてきたし、今日はこの辺にしときますか。
Agia said that as I was taking a break after returning from a flight. Couldn't we fly one more time? We still have a bit of time before it gets completely dark.
この辺り街灯なんてないし、日が落ちる前でもかなり暗くなるよ。そしたら着陸の時危ないじゃん。
She's right. Even when we came back just now, it was hard to see the runway, and my sense of distance was messed up.
というわけで、今日はもうおしまい。小鳥、撤収するよ。今日はもう終わりか。
Yeah, though the perfect wind for training has just started blowing.
しょうがない。事故を起こすわけにはいかないからな。
Senpai looked toward the eastern sky as she spoke. There is the orange sunset, the same as always. Looks like it didn't appear. The sign. The sky showed that nothing would happen tomorrow morning. I saw her face as she was gazing into the distance. It seemed filled with impatience. Since the winch came back, every day we've been doing as many test flights as possible. The glider needed some adjustments, but the main objective was Amane Senpai's and my flight training.
今日かなり高くまで上がってたね。どのくらい行った？
Around 600 meters.
ほう、記録更新だね。だいぶつかめてきたんじゃない？
Yeah, but riding on the terminals is still pretty difficult. Terminals are ascending currents formed by air heated by the Earth's surface. They occur more often above areas covered in soil, asphalt, etc., where the temperature rises easily. By catching these terminals and riding on them, we can increase our altitude. However, the thing we're chasing is invisible wind. It's not easy to catch. Also, after we successfully get on it, the wind is still unpredictable. Its flow and strength aren't stable, and it may suddenly disappear. However, we don't learn how to manage them well. If we don't learn how to manage them well, we won't be able to reach the passage of clouds that stretches high in the sky. Amane Senpai was hanging her head with a blank expression. She was poking her pasta with a fork, but she didn't eat one bit. You don't like it?
ああ、いや、そうじゃないんだ。ちょっと考え事をしてただけだ。
She smiled faintly and poked her pasta again. I exchanged glances with Agya and shrugged my shoulders. Beside Senpai was Kotori, absorbed in reading the book that she borrowed from the library. Why don't you read after you finished eating? It's no good. She's not listening. Kotori was like this for quite a while. She has been researching about the morning glory. Ever since we started the test flights, Kotori didn't have anything to do except operating the winch, since she was disabled. That's why she seems to think that she's useless. She wasn't really involved in the construction of the main wings, so that's not true at all. But thanks to this, we have found out something important. A few days ago after the farewell party,
オーストラリアのバークタウンで起こる気象現象について書いてあるわね。
Pester by Kotori, Hibari-san translated the English book. It's a book about morning glory. According to it, the clouds that appear above Australia can have a total length of around 1,000 kilometers. It doesn't have to be just one cloud. Many can appear at the same time. When the sun rises and the air temperature increases, these clouds disappear. There's only around 2 hours until then. For the locals, this is a sign of rain. It's said that the stormy winds are blowing violently underneath these clouds. The altitude of such clouds is about 1 or 2 kilometers. If you can ride the updrafts well, then it is possible to reach those altitudes.
海風と陸風が衝突してできる前線が発生の原因なんですって。夜になると気流が冷えて下降し、逆転層が。メカニズムが分かれば予想は立てやすくなるけど、風が浦とオーストラリアじゃ地形も気象も違いすぎるわね。もっとこう分かりやすい前兆とかないのかしら。ここにそれらしいことが書いてあるわ。
Hibari-san translated and read out loud.
北から湿った強い風が吹き、夕暮れ時東の空が紫色になる。パ ブの冷蔵庫に水滴ができたら翌日起こるんですって。この辺りにパブってあったかしら。
Calm down. This is Australia we're talking about.
気温が低く湿度が高い早朝に発生することが多いですって。
気温が低く湿度は高く、前日の夕方東の空が紫色にか。
ちょっと待って。
Excited, Kotori opened an old notebook. It's a flight log written by the old members.
ほらここ見て。
Kotori opened it to the page that described the day before the photograph was taken. In other words, the day before the morning glory occurred. It seems that they also did a test flight on that day. The detailed information about the weather conditions were recorded in the flight log.
テストをした16時頃の気温は23度。真夏の日中にしちゃ随分低いわね。
その後日暮れから強い風が吹いて肌寒いくらいだったって書いてあるわ。
That was written in the remarks column. They went through the effort of writing it, so the change in the air temperature must have been quite significant. About the color of the sky, it doesn't say anything. The important thing is that this log was written without the knowledge that morning glory would occur the next day. They wrote this without realizing that this was one of its signs.
これはかなりのヒントなんじゃない？
ありがとうお姉ちゃん。どういたしまして。
Since then, Kotori had been checking the weather forecast constantly. She's also reading books related to weather, as if she was trying to become a weather forecaster or something. To summarize, there are 3 signs that indicate the morning glory may appear. 1. On the day before, a moist strong wind blows, and the humidity is high, enough for water droplets to appear on a fridge in a pub. Number 2. At dusk on the day before, the eastern sky turns purple. Number 3. It gets much cooler than most summer days. Perhaps this is all complete nonsense, but that's all the information we have.
ねえ葵、今日の当番って誰だっけ？
I'm not sure. We decided that every day we'll take turns getting up before dawn to check the sky for those clouds. Even if there aren't any signs the day before. Whose turn is it today? Oh yeah. Oh no, we can't pick anyone else. Why yes, mandatory routes. So naturally we have to choose Kotori. Isn't it Kotori's? Kotori lifted her head as I said that.
そうよ。
Well then, I'd better quickly have a bath and go to bed then. If the morning glory does occur, we'd have to fly right away. That's why we left the glider on the runway and just covered it with a sheet. Even if it doesn't occur, we can still start the test flights early in the morning. It's a little rough, but it doesn't look like it's going to rain anytime soon, so I have no excuses. There's no way we can let this 1 in a million chance pass us by. I can't sleep. I closed my eyes, rolled over in bed, but the sleepiness wasn't coming back. I got up and opened the curtains. The sky was still dark, and I could see the flickering stars. I went outside. In the middle of the garden, Kotori was staring up at the sky. How is it?
葵くん。何もなさそう。
I see. I also took a look at the sky. All I could see were glittering stars. There was no sign of the clouds we were looking for. It was quiet. So quiet that I could almost hear the sound of the stars flickering.
来ると思う？
Well, I don't know.
来てくれたら最高の夏休みになるのに。
Yeah. But even if it doesn't happen, it's already the best summer holiday ever for me. Summer holidays are always fun, but I enjoyed it so much this year that I think it's the best I've had to date.
私もこんな気分になるのは久しぶり。夏休みが終わるのが寂しい。
Is there anybody who doesn't feel that? Kotori shook her head.
足を怪我してからずっと私にとって夏休みの終わりは新学期の始まりだった。また嫌でしょうがない学校が始まっちゃう。だから終わってほしくなかった。ただそれだけ。けど今は違うの。夏休みが楽しいから。楽しすぎて終わってほしくない。
Summer will come again, as long as we are alive, dozens of times more. But this year's summer will end eventually. Having too much fun can be kind of bad, right? I think I'm going to be burned out by the start of the second term. Kotori giggled at my remark.
私ね、いつかのこと自分の友達みたいに思ってたの。
Ren? Kotori nodded, looking quite embarrassed.
いつかが高校日誌にいつかここからいなくなるって書いてたの覚えてる？
Yeah, I remember. She wrote a similar thing a few times.
私ね、あれを読んで自分のことみたいに思ってた。私も同じように感じてたから、いつか自分はここを去るんだって。
Disabled Kotori, who didn't really fit into the class, was seriously thinking about quitting school around the time it came to the dormitory. Kotori, who constantly felt that she would have to leave, was strongly affected by reading Itsuka-san's flight log. So, you mimic her by making that list. She added her own points to the things I want to do list that was written by Itsuka-san.
あの頃私友達なんて一人もいなかったから、イスカの日記を読んで彼女を友達みたいに思って、それで寂しさを紛らわせてたの。今思うとバカみたいよね。
That's not true. You're here now because of those feelings.
だから私あまねちゃんとはまた別でイスカの夢を叶えられたらって思ってる。友達として。
I see. I also feel like Itsuka-san was my friend. She was Amane-senpai's best friend, and left the glider behind for us. Now that I know that she was also like a friend to Kotori, and used to comfort her in her loneliness. To Amane-senpai, Kotori and I, she is an important friend. That's why I also owe a lot to Itsuka-san.
恥ずかしいこと告白しちゃった。
Why are you so happy?
なんでだろう。葵くんにはつい話しちゃうんだよね。
Because we're best friends? I said jokingly. But Kotori cast her eyes down. Ooh. Nice.
そうかも。
Just a couple of besties. It bothers me a little that she was that embarrassed. But I'm happy that she did accept me calling us best friends.
私がまだここにいて、こうして素敵な夏を過ごせてるのは全部葵くんのおかげ。ありがとう。
Ah, yeah. As I answered meekly, in my mind I replied, "That's my line." If it weren't for Kotori, I don't think I would have ever came across the glider. And even if I would have, It certainly wouldn't have been that much fun. It's dawning. The eastern sky was getting faintly brighter. Shall we get breakfast ready? Everyone will be getting up soon, and another busy day will begin.
お腹すいた。みんなまだ帰ってきてないのか。頑張るな。冷蔵庫になんかないかな。グワッグワッ。チッスン、ハット先輩。どうしたの？あんたもお腹すいた？グワッグワッ。餌じゃないのか。じゃあ水浴び？ガー。そっかそっか。今日は涼しいね。これなら下着じゃなくても平気だわ。わわ。はいはい水浴びね。いっくよー。わー。気持ちよさそうでいいね。私も後でシャワー浴びよっと。クワックワックワッ。ん？ねえハット先輩。
Oh no no no, here we go.
ほらなんか空が。
It's time. It's time.
うっすら紫色してない？
The direction is...
東よ。ってことは
It's time to fly, guys. The eastern sky was bluish purple. We stopped tidying up after finishing flight training for the day and gazed at the eastern sky.
予兆なのかな。
This was the long-awaited moment, but we were cautious not to get our hopes up yet. I'm not sure, but it didn't have that color until now.
さあどうだろう。注意して見てたことないもん。気温は25度。昨日より3度低いわ。
Oh, by some miracle, something that happened 26 years ago, at exactly like just on the exact summer when Amane Senpai had to quit. Oh my god, what a coincidence.
湿度はやや高め。風も出てきてる。これはもしかするかも。
We all looked at Amane Senpai. Senpai was gazing at the eastern sky. She was motionless and silent. It was as if she was making sure this phenomenon that could be our sign was real, or as if she was praying.
あまねちゃん。うん。
It might occur tomorrow morning. There were 2 days left of summer holidays. This was the time limit for Amane Senpai's activities with the soaring club.
先輩。分かってる。うん。大丈夫だ。
I spoke Kodori and whispered to her. At times like this, it's the vice president's turn, right?
そうだった。おほん。みんな聞いて。モーニンググローリーは明日の朝必ず現れる。
I love that
そう信じま
confidence.
しょう。
I love that confidence, man.
だから今夜は当番関係なく全員夜明け前に起きてフライトの準備をするわよ。ああ。
Oh no, three dots. What did she mean by this? 4 a.m. Don't make too much noise. Kanako-san is still sleeping.
了解。了解。ああ。
Kodori!
ごめん。
We got up at the time when the person on duty usually would and left the dormitory carrying our things. There's still 1 hour before the sunrise. We had to complete our launch preparations before then.
ずいぶんと冷えるわね。薄着だとちょっと肌寒いくらいね。
Senpai, will you be alright in those clothes?
ああ、大丈夫だ。ビシッとしてよね、あまねちゃん。これから雲の上まで飛ぶんだから。
Kotori, not so loud. Aga, how's the sky?
よくわかんない。
The sky was covered in darkness. With the naked eye, we couldn't confirm whether there was any clouds or not. Anyway, hurry up. If we're too slow, we won't make it for dawn. When we reached the runway, we immediately began setting up. Right aileron,
オッケー
left aileron,
問題なし
next, the elevator. When I had a spare moment, I ate a rice ball that I had made yesterday evening. I had to do something about my empty stomach.
あまねちゃんさっきからどうしちゃったの
She's getting sentimental or some shit, you know, because this is the time for like, you know, all these years she waited for this moment.
すまない別に何でもないんだ大丈夫よきっとうまくいくからはいおにぎり食べて元気出してありがとう葵いけそう
I don't know. In the training, I finally figured out how to catch the thermals. The highest we've flown during training has been 600 meters. We won't be able to reach the morning glory at altitudes like that. Suddenly, a strong wind blew.
葵くんだいぶブレーキを出してくれ
Got it. Even when the glider is on the ground, the wind hits the main wings, it will generate lift. With wings that strong, if we're careless, the aircraft might get blown away. That's why we're resorting to the equipment that's used to reduce lift during landing. Even if the wind hits it, it will be fine as long as only a little lift is generated.
急に風が出てきたわねモーニンググローリーの影響かしら
In the book, it was written that when this phenomenon occurs at Burtown, Australia, raging winds are blowing beneath the clouds. There'll be a crosswind launch. Of course, with a strong wind from the side, and the glider will be blown away. That's why a special technique will be necessary to take off. We hadn't practiced it much, but we should manage somehow.
見て夜が明けてきた
Oh shit. The eastern sky brightened faintly, and with it, the state of the sky became clear.
あそこにある雲
Oh man, it's here. Holy shit. On a dimly lit sky still before the dawn, a line of clouds had appeared. What could be called morning glory was thin and delicate. It looked like it could disappear any moment.
小鳥発行準備ラジャー
Everyone quickly got into position. Amade Senpai and I got into our seats in the cockpit. Oh damn.
横風が強いぞ葵くん
Yes, I'll use the full rudder from the start. I firmly stepped on the rudder pedal, even though we weren't moving yet. When the crosswinds hit the glider during takeoff, its nose will turn into the wind. This is called the weather vane effect. By steering into the opposite direction using the rudder, we'll be able to negate that effect. However, because the rudder has almost no effect until we pick up speed, we need to use a full rudder before launch and gradually release it as we accelerate. This is the first time we've taken off with such a strong crosswind. This will be like performing without a rehearsal, but we had no choice.
クリア
Ooh, runway is clear. Aka let us know that there were no obstacles on the runway. Then, she moved around to the side of the glider and lifted up the left wing, a little higher than the usual. The wind is blowing from the front and right direction. If the wings were level during takeoff, the wind from the side will slip under the right wing, messing up the balance. Hence, we need to launch with the right wing a little lower to stop the crosswind from going under it. To maintain the blank angle where Ageha is tilting it, I moved the control stick to the right to manipulate the ailerons. Takeoff preparation is complete. Here we go, Senpai! Senpai replied, nervously. I put my thumbs up, sending the signal to Ageha outside.
発行準備完了。小鳥上げて。
The moment Ageha gave the signal, the winch started up without delay. The glider steadily accelerated. I pulled back the control stick.
頼んだわよ葵。
The glider flew into the air. Who was holding up the wing? Ageha, who was holding up the wind and running with us, was left behind. The glider shook like crazy when it was hit by the crosswind.
大丈夫？葵くん、葵ちゃ
We're fine. We'll let it out.
ん。なんとか無事だ。よいしょ。
As we accelerated, the aileron started working, and we were able to keep the fuselage banked against the crosswind. Using the rudder, I turned the nose towards the direction of the incoming wind. Without the crosswind, the glider steadily raised into the sky. Wait, I need to fix something. Alright. Our airspeed is really fast. Our rate of climb is much higher than the usual. Even if it looks like we're flying with the same speed, when the headwind is strong, the relative speed of the wind hitting the glider is different. This is the airspeed. When airspeed is high, the lift increases, rising the glider up. Today, the wind was strong. The force of the winch pulling us was competing with the force of the main wings lifting us up, so the fuselage was shaking. Releasing! Just before passing above Kotori, who was operating the winch, I released the towing rope. Whoosh. Free from the force that was holding us down, the glider was suddenly thrown up into the air. I immediately turned around to check if the towing rope had been detached.
離脱確認。離陸は成功だ。
Okay. I checked the altitude on the altimeter. We were currently 300 meters above the ground. I looked up to the sky above. Outside the dome-shaped canopy, all I could see was the sky. A sky changing from night to morning. Indigo, orange, pale yellow, purple. The complex image painted by the rising sun was spread as far as the eye could see. And there, in the middle, one long, straight line of clouds stretched out. Amazing. Completely absorbed by it, I fixed my eyes on this spectacle for a moment.
何かしら。あ、本当だ。なんだろう。不思議な雲だな。まるで誰かが筆で描いたみたい。
Why, yes, the two route girls that never. It's still like part of the story. What is this, man? I don't get it. How are they route girls at this point?
だとしたら達筆ではないわね。
Seriously, what's her problem? No, seriously, what's her problem? She's always cynical.
そんなことないよ。すごく綺麗だと思うな。お上手。相変わらず何でも褒めるわね。と、ねえ姉さん、あれ。
That's CGI.
何か飛んでる？あれ、もしかして。あ、この前ここで見たグライダー。何してるのかしら。こんな朝早くから飛んでるじゃないかな。それは見ればわかるわよ。そうじゃなくて、じゃああそこ行こうとしてるんじゃないかな。あそこ？ほら、あの雲のところ。すごく綺麗。うん、不思議ね。 どうしてあんなものができるのかしら。ほんと奇跡みたい。
でもあの写真のとはちょっと違わない？これからもっと大きくなるのかしら。
さあ葵くんたちは今どこ？
ちょっと待って、双眼鏡で見てみる。あ、いた。どこ？ほら、湖の上、今キラって光った。
Holding the control stick tightly, I somehow managed to maintain our altitude. The airflow is really damn rough. It's taking everything I got just to keep our altitude. On days when the airflow was calm, I only had to hold the control stick lightly. However, in stormy skies like this, the glider was constantly shaking, and I didn't know when it could be hit by a sudden gust. I had to concentrate solely on the wind that was hitting the fuselage.
大丈夫か葵くん。
I'm fine. More importantly, Senpai, could you search for some spots where thermals are likely to appear?
分かった。
Senpai looked outside the canopy to search for places where thermals may occur. Clouds are used as markers to find thermals. They are formed when updrafts containing moisture are cooled high in the sky. Therefore, thermals are usually below them. I flew based on guesswork, while keeping an eye on the barometer. The barometer... You know what? It's barometer. I'll stick with that pronunciation for now. The barometer is one of the meters in the glider. It tells us about the rising and descending rate based on the changes in atmospheric pressure. A sudden reaction of the barometer can mean that we reach a thermal without realizing it. No reaction, huh? The reaction from the barometer was slow. The glider was gradually descending. Senpai shouted from the front seat. Where? Roger. I stepped on the rudder pedal as I pulled the control stick to the right, and the glider turned. The rudder feels heavy. When the ailerons in the rudder take strong winds, steering them becomes heavier. But in such conditions, their effect becomes stronger as well. Is that it? The small cloud Senpai had found entered my field of vision. It was a thin, long cloud. Please, work. With that wish, I flew under the cloud. We went forward for a while, but we didn't fly into anything resembling a thermal. After all, we can't see them, so we don't really know if they're there or not. Where is it? I turned once to face toward the different area, and then... whoosh. Whoa! Suddenly the left wing lifted up, tilting the aircraft. Yeah, I know. This wasn't the feeling of being shaken by a crosswind. A rising thermal grazed the winds. I immediately turned the rudder to the left. The barometer reacted. The glider was rising. We've entered the thermal. When we confirmed that, I continued turning the glider. Thermals are like a pillar, stretching from the ground up through the atmosphere. In most cases, the strongest lift is in the central part, known as the core. Normally, it gets gradually weaker the farther away from the center you go. If you want to climb higher, you have to get as close to the core of the thermals as possible. I turned the glider while searching for the core. The barometer told us that our rate of climb is increasing. We were gradually getting closer to the core. Said Senpai. I should look at the meter. I tried to keep the glider circling in the same area as much as possible to keep rising in the core of the thermal. Alright, we're climbing. Through the seat, I felt that the glider was ascending. It's jokingly called the ass meter. When feeding all sorts of G-forces transmitted through the seat is an important sensation when piloting a glider. That's because things that inform you the glider's reactions the quickest aren't the meters, but your body and the seat that is directly connected with it. Not wanting to lose my response I was getting, I paid close attention while operating the controls.
上昇してる。うまくサーマルに乗れたみたいね。葵くん、葵くん。葵くんは今手が離せない。ハマネちゃん、うまくいってるみたいね。ああ、現在サーマルに乗って上昇中。
Oh, they're close to their max limit.
おっしゃー。
Nice.
気流が荒れてるみたいですけど、上空はどうですか？かなり荒れているが、でも大丈夫だ。葵くんが頑張ってくれてる。なんとか順調みたいね。そのまま雲の上まで行っちゃって。そうしたいのは山々だが。お？どうかしたんですか？もう少し上昇したらこのサーマルから離れる。え？どうして？リフトが弱くて上昇速度が遅い。これじゃ間に合わない。
You have to look for a better thermal. We won't be able to rise any higher here. The G-forces that felt so strong at first were gradually getting weaker. Even if we risen to a certain extent, now we were only maintaining the current altitude. If we stay like this, the thermal might grow, and we might get a stronger lift. Well, if we consider the time, it's very likely that this will happen. Thermals are created because the sunlight warms up the earth quicker than the air. Next, the heat of the ground warms up the air above it, creating the updraft. Since last evening was so cool, when the morning sun hits the earth, stronger and stronger thermals will start rising. But we didn't have time for that. If we waited a little longer after the sun comes up, the morning glory will disappear. We're leaving this thermal. As we gaze at the morning glory, still so far away in the sky, we flew out of the thermal. Thermals are often thought to extend up through the air like a vertical pillar, but in reality they don't stretch straight up. Just like the smoke is blown by the wind, thermals also twist when hit by wind from the side. While we were climbing in the thermal that was blown to the side by the wind, we moved quite far away from the morning glory. The morning glory doesn't just stay in one place either. While the roller shape is rotating, it is moving across the lake. If we get too far away, catching up to it with the glider will be difficult because the glider can only increase its speed by decreasing altitude. Increasing speed. I pushed the control stick forward, pointing the nose downwards. While sliding down on the air, the glider was accelerating. When the nose is pointed downwards, the ground always comes into view. Amane Senpai, who was scared of heights, stifled her screams. Senpai, we'll be fine. This glider will not fall. I'll make sure of that. Bro, they're just commentators. I still don't get why these girls are rock girls. I don't get it, man.
でもまた高度が下がってるわ。サーマルを出たのね。この状況なら賢明な判断かも。
Wait, you know a thing or two about flying? What is this?
サーマル?
Or at least this girl.
ねえ、サーマルって何?
She knows so much things, man.
なんでもないわ。でもこのままじゃ落ちる一方よ。次のサーマルを早く見つけないと。
We caught up with it.
けど高度もだいぶロスしたぞ。
To regain the lost altitude, we searched for the next thermal. In theory, They occur more easily above areas where you can see a lot of soil or wide areas like covered in asphalt, like parking lots.
あそこはどうだ？
Senpai pointed towards the runway from which we had taken off. It was a wide area of soil lit by the sunlight. It certainly met the conditions that made thermals likely to occur. Alright.
あれ、なんか戻ってきたよ。
まさかトラブル？葵くん、葵くん、どうしたの？何があったの？
Don't panic. We're just searching for thermals.
トラブルじゃないのね。
Nope.
けどこの時間帯じゃサーマルを見つけるのも大変よね。ちょうどいい場所にこれから発達しそうな雲でもあればいいんだけど。
他に何か目印はないの？
あとは実際に飛んでみるしか。
もう少しなのに。双眼鏡貸して。何かないか探してみる。
We certainly did get some lift above the runway, but it was weak. It wasn't enough to raise the heavy two-seated glider. It must be because the ground hasn't warmed up enough to create strong thermals. Damn it. Aren't there any around here? In the meantime, the glider was gradually descending. Whoa! Then the wind came. Perhaps due to the influence of the morning glory, the airflow was disturbed. The glider shook when it was hit by the strong wind, and lift was temporarily reduced, causing a further loss of altitude. I started getting impatient. Should we have stayed over there after all?
でもそれだと。
The cloud from before was moving even further away from the direction we wanted to head in. Even if we managed to reach the altitude we needed, we would have been too late. How much time had passed since we took off? We hadn't noticed that the sky got brighter and changed from sunrise to clear light blue.
届かないんだ。
Amina Senpai mumbled to herself, while gazing at the passage of clouds stretching across the firmament. No, that's not true. It's right in front of us. Oh, we'll do something about it. Kotori and Ageha were also looking for clouds from the ground. We haven't reached the time limit yet.
やっぱりだいぶ高度を下げてる。サーマルを見つけられないのね。どうしよう。このままじゃあの綺麗な雲に届かないよ。頑張れ、頑張れ。頑張っても上昇気流が吹かないんじゃどうしようもないわね。トンビが飛んでるわ。グライダーも鳥さんみたいに羽をバサバサやって飛べればいいのにな。だからエンジンを乗せればいいのに。
What's her problem? Seriously, what's her problem?
あら、どうしたのゆりちゃん。こっちへ来るみたい。あ、本当だ。頑張れ、頑張れ。変ね。こっちの空にもそれらしい雲なんてないのに。超頑張ってー。
You're right, Kotori.
間違いない。双眼鏡じゃ小さくしか見えなかったけど。
In response to the Kotori transmission, we headed across the lake towards the windmill hill. There should be some thermals over there, but there aren't many clouds that could indicate thermals.
サーマルがあるからといって必ずしも雲が作られるわけじゃない。それに多分丘が斜面になっているせいだと思う。
So thermals are more likely to occur above the slopes?
あ、太陽光は地表に対して斜めに降り注いでいるだろう。けど斜面になっていればその光を正面から受けられる。その分エネルギーが集中して温まりやすいんだ。
The slope of the hill that we were heading towards was shining the light of the morning sun. How is it, Kotori?
いたいた、見つけた。さっきよりかなり高くまで上がってる。間違いない。トンビよ。
We couldn't confirm that from where we were right now, but it seems that a black bird was flying above the hill. Black birds are birds that glide to high altitudes using updrafts. In other words, there was a thermal over there. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that there will be enough lift to raise a heavy two-seater glider. But there was nothing else left for us to try. I couldn't think of anything other than aiming for that point. Eventually, the glider crossed the lake and approached the sky above the windmill hill. Thud. Ah! Suddenly, we were shaking sideways. The barometer told us the glider had dropped sharply. We'd been caught in a downdraft. I panicked, but for the next moment, I felt an impact. Oh shit, here we go. Suddenly, I felt like we were being pushed from below. The glider started steadily rising. With a small delay, the barometer informed us that we were climbing. We got on a thermal. It's pretty strong. We can do this, senpai.
あったでしょ
Yeah, fine play, Kotori.
褒められちゃった
Alright, whatever, Kotori.
上まで上がれそうなの
We got a pretty strong lift. I think we can make it.
あまね先輩のこと頼んだわよ
Leave it to me.
よーし行ってこいあの雲の向こうまで
Yeah, on the wings that you guys have made.
すごいこんなに高くまで風に乗ってるだけなのにどうしてあんなに高く飛べるの理屈なら説明できるけど聞きたい？いい聞いてもわからないしそれにあんなの理屈で説明できるわけないと思う
Yes, it's called the rider's power.
理屈がないとあんな大きなもの飛べないわよ
What's her problem?
すごいよすごい
Before we knew it, powerful thermals above the windmill hill had carried us high up into the sky. We were gradually approaching the morning glory. We're getting closer, senpai. The clouds that from below looked thin and scattered turned out to be actually pretty big when we got closer to them. I wonder how wide they are. They're big enough to completely cover the glider at least. They stretch far enough to cross the lake diagonally.
少し遠いな
Don't worry. If we can climb above the clouds like that, it should be easy to reach it. The thermal that we got on now was pretty powerful. As Amane Senpai had explained, the slope of the hill is struck by a direct sunlight, so it heats up faster than other areas. In other words, that means that the difference in temperature between it and its surroundings gets bigger. Without the difference in temperatures, thermals won't occur. If said difference is big, thermals will be strong. The updraft that Kotori had found for us seemed strong enough to carry us far up into the sky. While this was happening, the sun was rising and the air temperature was increasing. Morning glory lasts for about 2 hours from dawn at best. Come on. I was a little impatient. However, if we overdo it and lose balance, we might lose altitude. While checking the rate of climb on the vertical speed indicator, I turned the glider, aiming for the most effective place, the core of the terminal. Eventually, the glider that Amane Senpai and I were flying reached the altitude of our target, the morning glory. We ascended further and finally reached a position from where we could view it from above. Did someone bring a camera? Did someone bring a camera? Wow, F&B. Holy shit.
Look, senpai!
見てる
I knew she would be looking, of course. I just said it unconsciously. It's because I was so moved. Is there anyone who wouldn't have been moved after seeing such a spectacle? With a bluish-purple sky in the background, the passage of clouds shone, it bathed in the pale pink sunlight. You can't express it with words like beautiful at all. Divine. That's the word that came into my mind. Gripping the control stick with my trembling hands, I steered the glider into the center of the thermal to gain enough altitude to fly above those clouds. I glanced at the front seat and looked at Senpai's face. Her clear, childlike eyes were open wide as she gazed at the passage of the clouds stretching across the firmament.
いつかが私に見せたがっている景色、私を連れて行こうとしていた場所。
Senpai, can you get the camera?
ああ、そうだった。
Before we took off, Agia had given her a digital camera. She asked us to take a picture if we managed to fly above the morning glory. You could see those clouds very well from here, so this was the perfect viewpoint.
撮ったぞ。
Well then, let's go to that place.
あ、
Senpai nodded as if preparing herself. We didn't come here to just look at those clouds. We came to cross them over. Once we gained enough altitude, I tilted the control stick and turned the glider. Finally, we were going there. The airflow here was calm, and we could fly without being shaken by crosswinds. Just high in the sky, there were hardly any clouds. The clear, light blue hue spread out in all directions. While paying attention to our rate of descent, we advanced through the transparent, bright space. We were approaching the passage of clouds. A rolling airflow surrounds those clouds. If we could get on it, we could fly along the passage of clouds as far as we wanted. We finally arrived. At last, the morning glory was almost within our grasp. The moment I thought that... Oh shit. All of a sudden, it happened. Our view swung around, and the divine path of clouds that should have been right in front of us went far off in an instant. Suddenly, we had lost lift, and the blink of an eye, we realized that the glider was nose-diving. Huh? I quickly pulled the control stick, but there was no response. The field of view spanned around, and we couldn't even tell if we were facing up or down. What is this? What's going on? A stall? However, there were no signs of it. It was just like the air had disappeared, and we suddenly lost all lift. We were falling.
どうしたの？なんかあった？落ちてる？嘘！ちょっと双眼鏡貸して。
God damn, man.
やばい！どうしちゃったの？葵くん！葵くん！応答して！葵くん！葵くん！葵くん！応答して！葵くん！
I'm busy right now. Beyond the canopy, the surface of the lake was rapidly approaching. We were falling with the nose pointing straight down.
葵くん！
I'll live it out. In the heat of the moment, I didn't know which controls I should use. Anyway, I tried to lift the nose up and stabilize the wings. Clang. a shock ran through the fuselage. It felt like it might get crushed. We, the pilots, also felt the vibrations passing through our whole bodies. For a moment, I thought we had crashed. Damn, man. Damn, son. Really scary, holy shit. Looks like it. The nose and the wings leveled out. The glider had regained lift and was flying. We were 200 meters from the surface of the lake. In a moment, we had fallen almost 800 meters. But the recovery took just a few more seconds. My whole body trembled with fear and relief. Are you alright, senpai?
なんとか
Her shoulders were trembling, but she managed to reply. What the hell happened just now? There were no signs of a stall that would occur when the airflow gets separated from the main wings. It is said that it often happens without warning, but for it to occur in a place with such stable airflow.
強い下降気流に巻き込まれたのかもしれない。
You mean just now? If that was the case, it was pretty strong. Do things like this really happen?
夏の間、湖や大きな河川の中央付近では時折ダウンバーストが発生することもあるらしい。
Downbursts are powerful downdrafts. If a huge mass of air falls to the earth in the downburst, it can have enough force to cause severe damage. Getting swallowed by something like that is pretty hopeless. We were in the vicinity of the center of the lake, just like Senpai said. We were so preoccupied with the morning glory that we had lost sight of our own position. Because of the lake, the air cools down, so it's possible that a strong downward draft would appear. The glider is flying using the force of the air. If that air itself falls down, it can do nothing but drop along with it. That might be the reason why we had lost the lift and fell so suddenly without warning. We heard Kotori's tearful voice over the radio. We're all right. We managed to level it out somehow.
一体何があったの？
I don't know. Senpai said that we might have got caught in the strong downdraft. We almost fell into the lake head first.
こら、小鳥の心臓が止まっちゃうから。
Sorry, but we're all right now. Damn, son. That was really unlucky.
何が起こったの？さあ、わからない。故障したのか、あるいは強い下降気流に巻き込まれたのか。
Man, she knows too much. She knows so much.
でも、なんとか落ちる前に立て直したようね。はあ、危なかったわ。もう少し遅れたら死んでたかも。やっぱり人が空を飛ぶのって。そうね。
What's her
翼を持
problem?
たない人間が空に憧れるのは勇気がいるし危険なこと。姉さん？
What's her problem? The morning glory. I quickly looked above. The place we were a moment ago was already quite far away. Thinking that we were in such a high place makes me dizzy. Let's climb one more time.
無理だ、葵くん。もう間に合わない。
We won't notice unless we try. As I shouted, I looked up at the sky. Before I noticed, the sunrise colors had disappeared, and the whole sky was now dyed clear blue. It is over. The passage of clouds was nothing like it was at the beginning. Now that it was exposed to the sunlight, it was becoming weaker and gradually disappearing. I turned the glider towards the windmill hill. If we caught the powerful thermal from before, we might still be able to make it. I will take Senpai to that place.
いいんだ、もう。
But
あそこへ行くことはできなかったけど、イスカが見せたかった景色をほんの少し見ることができた。それで十分だよ。
Senpai. Amane Senpai looked through the canopy at the clouds above.
これでさよならだ。
Senpai's whisper, along with the passage of clouds, faded away into the sky. The last day of summer holiday. Senpai,
いや、葵くん、どうしたんだ、こんな朝早くから。
that's my line. You weren't in the dormitory, so I thought you might be here. I woke up early, but I did not see Senpai anywhere. All her things in her room were carefully tidied up.
みんなが来る前に片付けておこうと思ってね。
God damn, man, why do I have to go Kotori's route before I get to Amane's route? What the fuck is this? Anyway, let me just go through this. Let me go through the motions of things.
これからすぐ父のラボへ移るんだ。
Huh? Today is the last day of summer holiday. In other words, the day when Amane Senpai leaves the school. But we still have one day.
でももうすることがないだろ。
Everyone was planning to get up before dawn again and go to the runway. We didn't think that a miraculous phenomenon would occur 2 days in a row. Even so, we wanted to believe that there was a slight chance. However, I knew that we wouldn't be able to do it again so soon. At that time, when we were caught in the downdraft and then forcibly pulled up, the glider sustained strong G-forces, and parts of the fuselage were damaged. It's possible to repair, but flying is out of the question for at least today. Senpai's objective was to fly to the morning glory, and now that it's out of reach, there was nothing left. You haven't seen any of the others, have you? Why?
今年の夏休みは楽しかったからな。ここを離れるのが辛くなってしまう。すまないが、君から何か言っておいてくれないか。私はどうも言葉にするのが苦手なんだ。
Senpai looked really troubled when she said that. Then she started packing all of the arranged things in a large travel bag. She's been living here a long time, so she has a lot of personal items. I'll help you carry it.
いや、いい。どうせいらないものばかりだ。持てない分は置いていくよ。
Senpai said while gazing at her still cluttered desk. As she was looking it over, her gaze stopped at the photo frame. Are you leaving this behind too? She smiled as if she was saying that even if she took it, nothing would change. When I saw her slightly lonely smile, all my bottled up rage came to a boil. I'm going to continue it. I'll improve and definitely fly to the morning glory in the glider that you and the others have made. Senpai nodded. After thinking for a moment, put her bag down and stood in front of me. She took my hand and held it gently. In the garden, which didn't have in the garage, which didn't have air conditioning, it was hot as a sauna. My hands were covered in sweat, but hers were as smooth and soft and smooth as freshly washed sheets. Then Senpai, with her childlike but slightly more grown up than yesterday eyes, looked straight at me.
ありがとう、葵くん。君たちのおかげで最後に
あの場所へ行くことができた。見上げることしかできなかった。空へ。
When Senpai was saying that, she had a small yet satisfied smile. How about Itsuka-san's feelings? I wanted to ask her if she understood the reason why Itsuka-san had become so engrossed with gliders.
正直よくわからないままだ。けど踏ん切りはついた。だからありがとうだ。
Senpai closed her eyes and hugged me gently. To tell the truth, I thought I was going to cry.
ここにあるものは好きに使ってくれ。滑走路にあるウインチもソアリング部の備品だ。
What about these designs? The designs have been left on the drawing board.
一応昨晩完成させたんだが、私にはもう必要のないものだ。すまないが、いらないなら捨てておいてくれ。
I couldn't.
さてと、そろそろ行かないとバスの時間に間に合わない。
Senpai put her bag on her shoulder. She staggered slightly under its weight. I'll walk you to the bus stop.
あ、頼む。
With a smile that was crisp and sunny as the summer sky, Senpai had left the garage behind. The garage where she secluded herself for so many years.
最高に楽しい夏休みだったな。
The next day, the first day of a new school term. What are we going to do now that we don't have enough members? We can't ask Anchan to help every time we want to do a flight. So, what should we do about transporting the glider? What should I do to get a pilot's license? Although we were disheartened from the feeling of loss after Amane Senpai had left, we discussed our plans for the club on the way to school in the morning. Kotori, Ageha, and I all felt the same about continuing the activities of the soaring club. Next time, we'll definitely fly there, to that passage of clouds. And we're still a little further to our dream that we have yet to fulfill. However, it was almost within our grasp. With that experience, it was no longer just a dream. We all had a precise objective now. All three of us could clearly imagine that this in our minds. That's why we didn't have time to feel down. What awaited us was an unbelievable scene. What the fuck?
何これ。
What the fuck? What is this bullshit? What is this bullshit, man? Heavy machinery had slashed a hole in the wall of the garage and was crushing the roof behind the no entry sign.
嘘。なんでよ。
Kotori and Ageha were at the loss for words before such a horrifying spectacle. I stood there in a daze, frantically trying to grasp what was going on here. But there was no way I could comprehend it. The place where we were gathering and spending time together every day until yesterday had suddenly been destroyed.
私たちのガレージが。
My knees were trembling. It felt like all strength had left my body, and yet an intense rage surged from within. What the hell is this? I approached a man who seemed to be the foreman, but he only made a troubled face. Of course, these people had been only dispatched here by someone to do demolition work, but I had no other outlet for my emotions. Why are you doing this?
どうもこうもないだろう。最初からそういう約束だったはずだぞ。
Go, this asshole.
トピオカ。
Tobioka was glaring at me, as if to say that the workers aren't the ones I should be talking with. that if I had any complaints, I should talk to him. Oh, then I'll tell him all right. What's the meaning of this?
さっき言った通りだ。夏休みが終わればソアリング部は廃部。ここは取り壊される予定だった。
まだ私たちがいるのに。
部活動と認められるには人数が足りんだろう。今まで多めに見てやってたんだ。もう容赦はせん。
そんなの横暴です。私たちには部活動をする自由が認められてるはずです。
活動したければ勝手にやれ。同好会としてな。
Tobioka, you son of a...
葵。
I almost jumped at him without thinking, but Agea stopped me at the last moment.
葵。ダメだよ。
I mean, he's literally a teacher, so that's gonna be the worst thing that could ever happen to him if he did that.
She shook her head in frustration.
工事の邪魔はするなよ。もっとも、もう手遅れだろうがな。
With those words, Tobioka left. We stared dumbfoundedly at the demolition work. Like he said, we were already too late.
やっとやりたいことが見つかったのに、こんなのないよ。あまりよ。
Ageha hardly said anything. She just quietly watched the garage being demolished. And I...
お、ちょっと葵君。
I climb over the no entry fence and walk into the garage.
ちょっと君、何してるの？危ないよ。
The foreman from before rushed over, flustered. Excuse me for just a moment, I said and pushed them aside. I stepped into the half-destroyed garage. The foreman hurriedly stopped the machinery.
葵君。葵。
The inside of the garage was crushed. All of our memories were crushed into smithereens. I rummaged through it emotionlessly and picked up the things I was looking for. Sorry about that. It's okay now. You know, they could have at least told them to like clear the garage before like straight up demolishing it. This is just straight up asshole move, man. I bowed my head to the workers and stepped outside the no entry sign. Let's go. That was a straight up asshole move. What the fuck?
葵君。それは
The designs that Amane Senpai sketched yesterday. Yesterday, she said that she had completed them.
あまねちゃんの設計図。
And the photo frame that was decorating Senpai's desk. Inside was the photo that steered us all into action. It's not over yet. Mustering all my bravery, I faced them with a smile as bright as the midsummer sun. I won't let this end like this. We will definitely fly in our glider. Kotori, who was about to cry, smiled at me. Agea's depressed expression also lit up with a smile again. A giant columbus was drifting into the clear blue sky. Oh yeah, this is the famous Japanese cloud that I don't know if it's a cloud in Japan, but it's like so popular for like a lot of things. It's so reused, man. Anyway, it is said the tops of such clouds sometimes extend up to the stratosphere, which means that there are objects that reach high. Our dream isn't over yet. It begins right here. Ooh.
やっぱりここだったわね。
Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. These two girls are the funders. They will be their financiers or some shit. I know, man. Wait, I'll be right back. I need to turn on the air conditioner. I'm back. Okay. I took some time to check the recordings and god damn. I noticed the background noise from the fans and damn, man. Well, I'm still kind of adjusting the I didn't want to turn on the noise suppression, but like still figuring out the right threshold for this. All right, let me try with the setting. I don't know if it works. Yeah, it's still sound. All right, let's see if this works. All right, I think it's probably fine now. I don't know, man. Let's see. I'm still dabbling with like the noise gate. I really don't want to use the noise suppressor because suppression, it really messes up the stuff. Unfortunately, because I'm using like a condenser mic instead of like I really, that's the problem. I'm using a condenser mic, so it's really very sensitive. I should have gotten like a dynamic mic since I only use it for like streaming and talking, and I'm not doing like some recording of instruments or something like that. But anyway, let's continue.
夜ちゃん、そろそろ帰らないと夕飯に遅れるわよ。でももうちょっとだけ。待ってても無駄よ。もう現れないわ。え？どうしてわかるの？あれから一度も飛んでないじゃない。滑走路を見に行ってみたけど、雑草が生い茂ってて使われてる形跡はなかったわ。
How did they know where to go? No, seriously, how did they know where to go?
今日学校で聞いたんだけど。
Oh, they go to the same school. Of course they go to the same school. Why am I not surprised? I mean, the uniform should have tipped me off.
あの人たち、うちの学校のスワリング部だったんだって。え？あのグライダーで飛んでた人たちが？そうよ。
Well, that explains why she's incredibly knowledgeable about stuff.
うちの学校の部活動だったってわけ。東大元暮らしとはこのことね。ってことは、私も頼めば入れてもらえるかもしれないんだ。残念でした。スワリング部はとっくに廃部になってたわ。伝説の先輩とやらが引退して、そのままね。
What's with that smug? Seriously, what's their problem, man?
そうなんだ。飛ばないのはそのせいよ。だからもうここで待ってても意味ないの。さあ帰りましょう。私お腹。そっか。もう飛ばないんだ。
A sky so blue, it almost hurts my eyes. And a giant cumulumbius nimbus, you know what, I don't know, pronounce shit, staring up there. Cicadas were singing loudly at the end of their lives, and the plants showered in the sunlight were overgrowing. Summer has come again. Oh, it's a year later. Of course it has to be a year later. It's so hot. I complain about hanging the sheets on the clothesline. And this heat. It should be dry by lunchtime. While saying that, I gazed at the distant cumulonimbus. Okay, there you go. It said that when the cumulonimbus aka a huge column of clouds, becomes especially enormous. Its top can reach up to the stratosphere. The altitude record for gliders also reached the stratosphere. Both of these facts are hard to believe at first.
おはようっす。
As I took the sheets out of the wash basket, I heard a voice from behind. It was Ageha.
今日も暑いね。
I'm not done yet. Can you wait inside?
おはようござい。あ、どうしたの皆さんお揃いで。
なんだ、アゲハか。ドキドキしたよ。
なになんでがっかりしてんの？
ついに来るのよ。
何が？
新しい冷蔵庫が。
Man, they lost a refrigerator during the summer heat. Holy shit, that's... I mean, in general, losing a refrigerator sucks.
よく頑張ってくれたわ、水瀬くん。私たちもう無理だと思ってたもの。もう狭いスペースを奪い合ってジュースを冷やす必要もなくなるんですね。
はあ。
うちの冷蔵庫、年号が昭和の時代から使われてる全盛期の遺物だったからね。もうずっと調子悪くて気がつくと電源が切れてるなんてことしょっちゅう。でもこれで高いアイスを溶かしてしまう痛ましい事故もなくなるのよ。この間小鳥ちゃんのハーゲンダッチ全滅しちゃったんだよね。
Hagendachi. That's how they pronounce Hagendaz. Hagendaz.
それは悲劇ね。
The food won't spoil anymore, and the electric bill will be cheaper. That's good news for the owner as well. She never went back, did she? It's literally been a year. And Aoi's still the dorm mother. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I explained when I joined everyone after I had finished hanging up the laundry.
でもなかなか OK 出なかったんでしょ。
Yeah, well, I was the one who was negotiating with the owner, but getting to this point wasn't exactly a smooth process. Aside from the owner, her sons also opposed the idea of buying a new refrigerator because they want to get rid of Flying Fish Manor as soon as possible. I persistently continued the negotiations and finally won.
水瀬くんのおかげだよ。そうそう。寮母さん偉い。
Man, in 1 year, look at that. Nah, not really.
おばあちゃん言ってたよ。葵くんはよくやってくれてるって。
My old lady, she meant the owner.
そのおかげだと思うよ。
Then the doorbell rang. All the boarders got excited.
失礼します。
The guy from the electronics store came straight in and let out a surprised voice when he saw all the girls, plus one boy, lined up here.
冷蔵庫お届けに上がりました。
Please install it over here. Could you also take away the old one? The new fridge will be installed in the dining hall, and the old one will be taken away for recycling. After I sign the receipt, I'll leave the rest to you.
はいよ。
I told Kanako-san to take care of it and left the dormitory.
葵、電車乗り遅れちゃうよ。
Oh, sorry.
いいな。私も行きたかった。
Kodori said hesitantly.
会長の私がお留守番なんて。
しょうがないじゃん。今日は小鳥、あんちゃんとこの手伝いがあるんだから。
分かってるわよ。
1 year has passed since the Soaring Club has had its status revoked. And now, summer had come around again.
急がないとね。私らの計画。
I guess they're rebuilding, they're making a new glider based on Amane Senpai's design. Yeah. We couldn't get approved to revive the club, and although we were functioning as a circle, under Tobioka's surveillance, carrying out our activities within the school became effectively impossible. What an asshole. What a straight up asshole. Seriously, man. Just now, Kotori had proudly called herself a leader. That she was second in charge before she was supposed to rightfully inherit the club president title. However, since we've been demoted to a circle, she's just the circle leader. It looks like Kotori has really taken a liking to that title. She said, "Doesn't leader actually sound more remarkable than president?" Anyway, back to the point. We don't have a clubhouse or a glider, but there are things that we can do. One of those things was a part-time job. I decided to continue my dorm mother job even after the owner had recovered. I was getting some money from my mom for work. We were using it to cover the expenses of our activities. Ageha and Kotori were working at Anchan's workshop. Oh, that's valuable. That's a really valuable experience, especially that they're straight up working in an actual workshop, you know. So they're getting industry experience this early on. They didn't receive wages, but we're getting paid in glider materials and experience, by the way. Experience. This experience is also important. Like, don't get me wrong. You should be paid for your labor, but like, you know, this is what they wanted. I mean, they were paid in glider material, so that's the thing that they needed. But like, they're also learning how to craft things, so, you know, factories can get those more cheaply, and they chose good quality materials. So it was a big help. From now on, our plants will require large amounts of materials like FRP. And now, Ageha and I are heading to the location of another kind of our activities. It's a gliding center, 2 hours away by train. I frequently visit it, doing flight training all the time. Oh yeah, he has to get his pilot license as well. A few days ago, I finally got my long-awaited pilot's license. Nice. It was pretty hard work, but with this, I can fly a glider by myself. Aga has been coming with me when she had spare time to familiarize herself with aircrafts and help with the maintenance. Kotori comes too, but she always just watches. She could go for a flight with a local pilot, but she stubbornly refused. It's okay. I'll fly with Aoi-kun. Ooh, wonder why. It seems she still remembers the promise I made to her before. Of course, I also secretly remembered it. We had a goal to improve an aircraft according to the designs that Amade-senpai had left behind. And then to use this glider to fly above the passage of clouds. We don't know whether it'll come or not. It happened last year, so it would have been more natural to think it wouldn't come again this year. I mean, the last recorded one was like 26 years. No, the last known one was 26 years, but I can imagine people weren't recording it. I think it was mentioned earlier in the game. It's a different story if like they had some active people like hunting for it. And it might have been like a animal phenomenon, so, you know. Anyway, but that's why we need to prepare for it flawlessly. When I look up, I saw a sky so blue that it almost hurt my eyes. And a cumulonimbus towering above us. This sky seemed to stretch infinitely high. A full-fledged summer was about to begin.
Oh man, this is the VN for summer. What is the VN for fall? Tsukihime. I don't know. What's a VN for fall? I have a VN for snow. I have to go back to that VN.
A strong wind blew against the classroom windows. Luckily, it hasn't started raining yet, but there were already signs of an incoming storm outside. According to the weather forecast, a typhoon will be passing over Kazuguara this evening around 10 o'clock.
And they're still in school. What the fuck?
超大型の台風だそうだ。すでに西の方じゃ暴風雨の被害が出ている。というわけで午後から
Oh,
は
there you
休
go.
校。
I was wondering about
寄り道
that.
せずにまっすぐ帰れよ。
Everyone responded to the teacher's warning with a lively yes. Why was everyone so excited by this unplanned break from school?
Really? You're asking students why they're excited over something like that?
佐藤すごいよ。ほらほら、木の枝があんなにしなってる。
Shame that as adults, when something like this happens and it's a weekday and work from home became a famous thing. I'm just gonna work from home. And I'm like, we don't have storm days, typhoon days, or some shit like that. I'm an adult, man. Snow days. Yeah, a snow day. It's just like, I'm just gonna work from home today. Actually, yeah, even the last typhoon in New York, the boss just straight up told me, consider it today. Consider working at home today. It'll be fine. I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll work from home. It is what it is. A job. But I need the cash, man. Anyway. Oh, you're right.
あんたね、子供じゃないんだから台風ぐらいではしゃぐんじゃないの。ほっといてよ。じいわき肉踊るじゃない。
Right, Aoi-kun? Asked Kotori, as she turned to me seeking approval. Well, it is pretty exciting. In the past, didn't you get scolded for wanting to go outside whenever a typhoon came? You held the edge of your raincoat, spread it and jumped around, pretending to be a flying squirrel, remember?
それは子供の頃の話でしょ。へえ、アゲハってそんな子だったんだ。昔はよ。今はもう大人ですから。
I wonder.
何よ。
Yeah, whatever. Let's get back already. I have to return right away and do maintenance of that shabby dormitory.
今度こそ飛ばされちゃうかもね。
You mean the roof? Oh, that's really dangerous. I forgot he's a dorm mother, so he's responsible for something like that. Imagine, let's see what happens. Due to frequent typhoons, our flying fish manor suffered a lot of damage. Part of the roof was blown away. Oh my god! Holy shit! The walls were peeling off. The rotten shutters were broken, and so forth. It was on the verge of collapsing.
私も手伝いに行くよ。
Damn,
い
son.
つもお世話になってるしね。
Sorry for the trouble. That'll be a big help.
I'm actually surprised Agi had fully decided to live in the Flying Fish Manor. Like, she just decided to live there. I guess she's trying to box out as well. She's trying to box out, if you know what I mean. But this isn't her route. We were in our third year now, but we ended up in the same class again. I wonder why. Ooh, how convenient. It's not clear if it's a coincidence or if someone was being considerate towards us. It lacked the flavor of a fresh start. But to be honest, I was really happy that we could have classes together again.
As we went into the hallway and waited for the elevator,
そこの皆さん
somebody called out from behind.
Oh, by the way, she gets a route in the fan desk. I'm like, damn, son. I knew it. I knew it. She's one of the best girls, man. I felt it. I felt it, man.
Ah, President, hello. It's Komoe Akari-san, the former Fukukaicho, and now Kaicho of the Student Council. She became the new president a few days ago after the Student Council elections. Can we help you?
ええ少し聞きたいことがあるの
Soaring circle.
あなた方ソアリング同好会の皆さんに
The president's remark made us flinch on the inside.
何かしら
Kotori moved forward as our representative. She's also a leader, but only of a circle. However, she doesn't lose to Akari-san in terms of her firm attitude.
ここじゃなんだから生徒会室までご同行願えないかしら
What did she mean by this?
She gave us a mildly threatening glance. Ah, crap. She definitely found out.
どうしよ
We had a little secret that we didn't want the student council president to discover.
うそれは今じゃないといけないのかしら外は台風だし先生から寄り道せずに帰るよう言われたばかりなの
Those evasion tactics, man. All right, Kotori. Let's do this, man.
Nice comeback, Kotori.
時間は取らせないわ軽い質問にイエスかノーで答えてもらうだけでいいの
Oh, no, 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 no.
Kotori couldn't help groan at the president's, "You know what this is all about," attitude. At that moment, the elevator arrived to our rescue. Without a moment's delay, I pushed Kotori's wheelchair into the open door. Sorry, President. We're in a hurry, so we'll talk another time.
こら待ちなさい
If we don't hurry back and do the repairs, our shabby dormitory will fall into pieces. With those words, that actually weren't a lie. I mean, yeah, they did mention that earlier. I defiantly pushed the closed door button on the elevator.
明日生徒会室に出頭するようにいいわね
Akari-san's angry voice chased us through the gap in the closing door. The grass that Kotori plucked and threw danced in the air, blown away by the wind.
わかダメよハット外に出ちゃうあんた太ってるけどチビだからきっと飛ばされちゃうわ
You call him fat? What's wrong with you, man? You would say those things. Hey, you! Stop playing around and help us too! I came back in a hurry and mobilized all the boarders to help with the maintenance. The windstorm was even stronger than when we were returning from school, and the walls of the old dormitory were screaming in protest.
ねえさっきのあかりさんの話ってやっぱりあれかな
Ageha asked anxiously. Well, that's what it looked like.
どうするのどうするもこうするもしらばっくれるしかないでしょ
Kotori cut in as she rubbed the top of her head. It had just been chopped.
だよね
We had a secret. It would be a huge mess if the new straight-laced student council president found out about it.
もしバレても堂々としてりゃいいのよ
What are they hiding, man?
あんたのその根拠のない自信が羨ましいわそんなことよりさ台風の日って燃えるよねじわき肉踊るよね
Kotori was in high spirits and excitedly spread both hands up in the air. What a carefree girl. I'm worried that this shabby door might get blown away, you know. With those words, I threw some repair materials down on Kotori's lap. Take these to Yuka-san and the others.
は くわよハット。わ
Without putting up any resistance, Kotori went towards the other boarders. She also changed a lot during that year. When I first came here, she hardly spoke to the other boarders at all. But now, she talks with them normally. Back then, she was complaining everything with her obstinacy. I think the way she is now is the real Kotori. The boarders are all nice people at heart. As soon as Kotori started being honest, they immediately accepted her. And thus, Flying Fish Manor had been so peaceful lately. Alright, okay, I guess I'm done here. I was about to head to the next place when my cell phone rang. I took it out. Mom was displayed on the screen. Hello?
もしもし葵？私だけど
What's the matter?
台風来てるでしょ。大丈夫かなと思って。
Don't worry. I'm doing the maintenance with everyone's help.
さあ、助かるわ。あんたが働き者で。
If you think so, why don't you bump up my wages?
考えとくわ。
Oh, nice. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom. I appreciate that. I really do.
She always just leaves it at that.
Oh, no. No. Damn it. She's employing her own son and scamming her own son. God damn it.
ところで葵、相談があるんだけど。
Oh, no. What could this be?
Discuss? What's that? I asked her, while her tone gave me a rather bad premonition.
明日から新しい寮生が入
It's
る
the
から。
two girls. It's the two girls. What the fuck, man? This is how they become route girls. What the fuck? It's gonna be them, isn't it? What?
Ageha was right next to me, got surprised by my sudden shout.
というわけだからよろしくね。
Wait, Mom! That wasn't a discussion at all. It was already decided. It's troublesome to hear something like that all of a sudden.
急な話だったんだからしょうがないでしょ。部屋はあるんだから問題ないはずよ。
There aren't any of that can be used right away.
あったでしょ。2階の2人部屋。
That's... I got flustered.
明日からだから頼んだわよ。
Wait! She hung on her end. If I call back, she probably won't answer.
Typical mom, man.
どうしたの？
Agia asked anxiously, while peering at my stunned face from below. New boarders are coming tomorrow. She told me to use the double room on the second floor. But...
ああ、そりゃまずいわね。
Oh, don't tell me that's where the glider is.
We had to move that thing by tomorrow. But there's a storm outside. Where are we going to do what are we going to do?
Sorry, my brain froze for a second there.
Large raindrops struck the window. It seemed that the storm was getting serious.
葵くん、2階の雨漏りする部屋どうしよう。
There's a blue sheet on the storeroom. Spread that out across it.
裏庭の水路の水がもう溢れそうになってるんだけど。
Leave it alone.
ねえねえ、私の部屋の窓が飛んでっちゃったんだけど。
What? Oh, gotta go. What? What? Oh my god, what the fuck? What? I also had the same reaction, man. I'm like, what?
Are the shutters okay?
一応かろうじて。
Alright, close the shutters and reinforce them from the inside.
あよ。
Oh, come on. This building was holding up well so far. There were a lot of typhoons this year. With this, Kazugawara has been hit 3 times so far.
What the hell? This plate, Kazugawara is on the typhoon path of Japan or something? What the fuck is this?
3 times.
It's like the Southeast Asian experience, but you know, but then again, I don't know how frequent typhoons are in Japan, but like, this is literally the Southeast Asian experience, man.
The previous 2 had caused significant damage already. Just after we had finished the repairs, the third one came. As I was practically doing the maintenance work, I came to understand the feelings of the owner's sons who want to demolish this place. Wait, what am I thinking? I will protect the peace of the Flying Fish Manor. The tension raised by the typhoon made me shout some weird things while I was on the way to repair the window in Kanako-san's room. Oh no, here we go. We're gonna have our holy shit. They're gonna be down rock girls, holy shit.
留守かな。風の音がうるさくて聞こえてないんじゃない？入っちゃいましょうよ。でもここにいるとずぶ濡れになっちゃうでしょ。そうだね。ごめんください。やっぱり留守なんじゃ。すみません。誰かいませんか？
Ah, crap. This isn't just a small leak.
の
Get a bucket for now. We'll have to keep watch over it all night. Grumble.
すみません。聞こえてないわね。姉さん、もっと大きな声を出さないと。ごめんください。無視されたわね。
There should be a big bucket here.
葵くん。
What is it? I'm kind of busy right now.
なんかお客さん来てるみたいよ。
Huh? Visitors? In the middle of a storm like this? Who could that be?
Dude, the two route girls, holy shit.
ごめんください。どなたかいらっしゃいませんか？本当に誰かいませんか？それにしてもボロっちいわね。夜が明けたら跡形もなくなってるんじゃないの？
No, seriously, what's their problem? And they left the door open. They left the door open, man.
I went to the entrance with Kanako-san. A girl was there. Two girls. Or rather, twins? They look exactly the same. One of the girls noticed me. She had teary eyes, but was whispering something.
どうしよう。知らない人だ。当たり前でしょ、姉さん。
Who might you be?
どうしよう、夜ちゃん。
Were they surprised when the boy suddenly showed up, even though it's a girls' dormitory? The twins seemed really bashful and too hesitant to say anything. Having said that, they really look alike. Huh? I remember seeing them before. Have we...
何ですか？人の顔チロチロ見ないでくれます？
Sorry.
そんなに珍しい顔してますか？
No, it's not that. I just felt that we had met somewhere.
That's a good memory, like from a year ago. Holy shit.
I remember. When I suddenly shouted, one of the twins, for now I'll call her girl A, jumped in surprise. You're the curry girl.
カレー少女？
That is Sojo. It was quite a long time ago, but she was the girl who bought the high-grade marbled beef for curry at the supermarket.
何？知り合いなの？
No. I know them sort of one-sidedly. But why is the curry girl here? Oh wait. They're twins. At that time, was it girl A or girl B?
ねえ、あなたたちトビウオソンに何かご用？
Thinking that they might be scared of me, Kanako-san stepped forward and kindly asked them. Nice backup.
また知らない人 そりゃ寮だからたくさん人はいるわよ。
What the hell? Are they very sheltered people? What the fuck? They're so afraid of people.
誰かに会いに来たのかな。私たち今日からこちらに
Man, she's so shy.
住むことになってます。
Girl B quickly finished what Girl A was desperately trying to say. Huh? Hey. Wait a sec. What did you just say?
ですからここに住むんだってさ。
Kanaka said like it was somebody else's problem. Hey! What? My surprise yell frightened Girl A again.
風と朝です。
Ooh, Asa.
風と夜よ。
Yoru. Ooh, Yoru. Alright, I'll remember. The one with the flowers is Yoru. Asa is the other one. And the one with the flower is Yoru. Okay, that's easier to remember. For the time being, I gathered all the boarders in the dining hall and got the two girls to introduce themselves. It seems that the timid Asa-chan is the older sister, the Onesin, and the curt Yoru-chan is the younger sister, also Imoto.
朝と夜。あ、面白いわね。
Morning and night. Holy shit! Symbolism. Kotori was really impressed.
車椅子の人だ。
Yeah, there is.
あの子、なんだかバカっぽいわね。
What's yours problem? Seriously, what's her problem? She's been like this.
風戸さんってもしかして噂の天才姉妹じゃないの？
God damn, I knew there was something bullshit about these two. Genius sisters? What are you talking about?
ほら、今年の春頃話題になったでしょ？すごい天才が入学してきたって。おまけに双子で美少女姉妹。
Shoujo.
それは。
Well, yeah, there was a rumor like that. The guys in our class made a fuzz about it. Though mainly because of the beautiful twin sisters part. Not because they're geniuses.
ほほう、天才とな。それはどのくらい？
Too smart for you, that's for sure. I'm just kidding.
なんか入試はダントツのトップで、その後の授業でも天才ぶりを遺憾なく発揮し、一説ではあの望月天音を超える逸材とかなんとか。飛岡先生が早速ロボット部にスカウトしたらしいわよ。断
Well,
られたようだけど。
Tobioka got cucked again. Fuck that guy. No, seriously, fuck that guy. What an asshole. What's his problem? No, seriously, what's his problem? Like, what the fuck?
この子たちが天音ちゃんよりも天才ですって？
If they're so smart. Wait, they're probably actually rich. Anyway. Well, yeah, they probably have 2 patents on their belt for each twin. Or something like that. Mother turned toward the sisters with a somewhat mean glance. Some strange thoughts must be going through her head again.
ねえ、そうなの？違います。それは私じゃなくて、ヨルちゃんだけです。
Asa-chan, the older sister, quickly stepped back so that Yoru-chan became the center of attention. Everyone turned. What? Is that a misspelling? To rend? I think that's turned. The curious glances at Yoru-chan. What the fuck is this misspelling? What the fuck? But
どうでもいいでしょ、そんなこと。
she said, somewhat annoyed.
ヨルちゃんはすごいんです。きっと本当に天才です。この子がね。
No, seriously, what's also Kotori's problem?
言っておくけどね、あまねちゃんはすごかったのよ。
Oh, okay. That was so random, out of left field. Like, oh no, they're smarter than my senpai. I must defend her honor. What the fuck? Why do you have to do that? I mean, even I can imagine Amane senpai was gonna be chill when she hears something like that.
食いしん坊のくせにお腹空いてるの忘れちゃうくらい集中しちゃうんだから。
No, seriously, Kotori, what's your problem?
それはただのおまぬけさんじゃん。なんですって。
I want you guys to chill out, please. I want you guys to chill out. What the fuck is this?
Now, be quiet for a moment.
I pacified the heated up Kotori, who somehow heated herself up. I really don't get why she got randomly angry.
If we let her say whatever she wants, Amane senpai will probably come off as a total weirdo.
それより私たちには自己紹介させて、そちらはないんですか？
That's right. The conversation went a bit off topic. Everyone pulled themselves together and introduced themselves one by one. Asa-chan listened enthusiastically, while Yoru-chan seemed to let everything go in one ear and out the other. Ake has not a border, but she introduced herself too. She often comes here, so if those two are going to live here, it's best if they know who she is. Then, my turn came last. I'm the dorm mother, Minase Aoi. Sorry if I scared you just now.
いえ、とんでもないです。ここ女子寮じゃないんですか？
Yeah. Well, for various reasons, I'm doing dorm mother's job.
女子寮の寮母を男性が。それもこんな若い人がするなんて。
Well, okay, that's a fair criticism, but you know, they just entered this dormitory and you know,
They looked at me with some suspicion.
葵くんなら大丈夫だよ。女の子に興味ないから。
what the fuck, Attico? What the fuck? That's not true.
What?
そうよね。これだけ女子に囲まれて生活してるのに彼女ができたこともないし。
かなちゃんが下着姿で歩いてると怒るくらいだもんね。きっと女嫌いなんじゃないかな。
Hold on a minute. Why are you saying that?
じゃああるの？
Of course, I'm interested in girls.
葵、この子たち完全に引いちゃってるよ。
No, it's not like that. I mean, interested in a perfectly normal way. I wouldn't do anything inappropriate.
やっぱり他の寮にした方がいいんじゃない？姉さん。
I was digging myself into more of a hole the more I spoke.
As if sensing my predicament, a certain duck entered the dining hall.
アヒル？
The twins' attention instantly turned to Hatto.
ちょうどいいところに来たわね、ハット。あんたも自己紹介しときなさい。わあわあ。ヨルちゃん、この子ちゃんと自己紹介したよ。コールダックね。この寮ってペット可なんですか？
Well, generally they aren't allowed, but
ハット先輩はペットじゃないの。この寮に住み着いてるだけだから、いわば同居人ってわけ。
the twins look like they didn't really get it. But he's cute, so they just kind of accepted it. But why did you come today? I heard you were coming tomorrow.
それは
Asa-chan was fidgeting a little.
一人暮らしできると思ったら、いても立ってもいられなくて。不動産屋からは部屋は今すぐ使えるって聞いたわ。
Kotori and Ageha and I made troubled faces as the other boarders looked at us awkwardly.
Right now, due to the typhoon, there are roof leaks and stuff.
見た目だけじゃなく中身もボロなのね。姉さん、やっぱり他の物件を探そうよ。でもすぐ入れる部屋は他にないって おじいちゃん言ってたし。じゃあ家に帰りましょう。それは嫌。
Thanks, Asa.
Asa-chan clearly refused. Oh, so she actually is quite strong-willed. Hey, I wonder why did you decide to come to our dormitory so suddenly? It's early July. If you're planning to move into a dorm, now is not the best time.
姉さんが急に家を出たいって言い出して、それで部屋を探してもらったのよ。最初は学校にできた新しい寮に入るはずだったんですけど、部屋が空いてなくて。
Ah, that dormitory. Kotori, Ageha, and I all made a slightly grim expression. This year, Keifu Academy had built a new student dormitory. It was built at the back of the school, at the site of the demolished Soaring Club's garage. As a matter of fact, the school had been planning to build a dorm for a while, but the garage was in the way. That's why the group of teachers, including Tobioka, wanted to revoke the status of the Soaring Club. The new student dorm had an influence on Flying Fish Manor too. The construction was being delayed due to the problems with securing the site. Because of that, the importance of small dorms like Flying Fish Manor was recognized. However, since that new dorm was built, it seems that the school wants to end its contract with Flying Fish Manor. Apparently, an external dorm that the school can't keep a close eye on can cause plenty of worry, one way or another. However, the rent here is cheap. That's because the owner runs the place almost as a hobby. That's why Yuka-san and the others decided to stay here despite the new dorm being built. All things considered, both former members of the Soaring Club and all other boarders have mixed feelings about the new student dorm.
それでおじいちゃんが昔の知り合いに相談して、ここを紹介してもらったのよ。
So, does that mean that my mother and your grandfather know each other? I guess that's why my mother suddenly told me that they would be coming tomorrow.
ええ、何でもすごく頼りになる方だと言ってました。
I see.
うちのおじいちゃん、慶風学園の理事だから。
Well, get a load of this. Loaded. These guys are loaded and influential. Holy shit.
I see. Huh?
夜ちゃん、そういうことは。いいのよ、先に言っておいた方が後からバレるより。
You're a board member's granddaughters?
正確には理事長ね。
Murmur. The boarders started whispering when a title with such an authority was mentioned.
Oh, don't tell me we got to kick out Tomioka for being an asshole. I mean, I know, man. That's also another straight up asshole move if we get there, but I hopefully not. Because that, I don't know, maybe we could find a peaceful solution without being assholes. But holy shit.
というわけだから部屋を見せてもらえないかしら。
Huh? No, that's...
すぐに入居できるんでしょ。
This is a really bad leak. Also, we thought you'd be arriving tomorrow, so it hasn't been cleaned yet.
すみません、急に来ちゃって。いいわ、とりあえず見せてもらいましょう。状況を見て一度帰るかどうか考えるから。
No, like I said, there's the glider is there, isn't it? Obviously they can't rent that out yet. They have to move it.
怪しい態度。何か隠してます？
Oh shit, I made it so obvious, man. Holy shit.
This girl is sharp.
行こう、姉さん。
I got flustered, and the twins headed towards the room paying me no heed. My mom must have told them the room number.
やばいよ、葵。なんとかして引き止めないと。あの態度の悪い方、ムカつくわね。
No, seriously, what's their problem?
相手は理事長の孫だよ。見つかったらやばいって。
Yeah, I know. But I can't think of any way to stop them. Anyway, I'll go after them.
なんだかカビ臭くない？ うんちょっとだけでもきっと雨が降ってるからだよ。そうかしら。古いせいだと思うけど、それに台風でギシギシいってる。壊れちゃうんじゃない？やっぱりやめようよ、こんなところ。うちの方がご飯も美味しいし、おじいちゃんだって。あ、この部屋だ。あれ？何これ。なんだろう、これ。これもしかして。
As it reached the second floor, the two of them were standing in front of the room, staring blankly at the glider inside. We're just looking after this.
雨漏りなんてしてないじゃない。
Huh? You're right. Someone must have fixed it, or something.
これを隠すために嘘をついていたのね。
Oh yes, that's right.
Owie, right? Why did you just?
He fessed up, man.
I quickly owned up to it. Okay, good. All right, okay, good. Big question mark.
It seems there's no use lying to this girl.
でもどうしてこんなものがこんな場所にあるの？だってこれグライダーですよね。
Oh, you recognize it. I forgot the situation and just answered her question. Somewhat happily. Gliders are lesser known vehicles. Not many people have seen the real thing. Furthermore, this one is currently dismantled.
だって私これもしかして学校から盗まれたやつじゃん。葵くん、
Oh no!
大丈夫かしら。
Oh no! Wait, I thought. Okay, so I don't know what happened to the glider. They didn't say what happened to the glider at the end when they were demolishing it. I mean, I could imagine they could at least move it out, because it's like, you know, it's a feat of engineering or something. But they seem to be like demolishing the garage with things inside. Like they didn't care what was inside. So I was given the impression that the glider also got like affected by the demolishing of the garage. But like, you know.
さあどうだろう。
I thought they were building from scratch or something.
今更ながら良かったのかな、あんなことしちゃって。しょうがないじゃない。ああでもしなきゃ博物館行きだったんだから。そしたらもう二度と取り返せなかったかもしれないのよ。あのグライダーは私たちがあまねちゃんから受け継いだものなのに。
Oh, I really thought they were gonna build it from scratch.
だよね。ねえ、どうなの？
Yoru-chan got even more suspicious of my attitude, and pursued the issue with stronger determination. At the time, when the garage was forcefully demolished, as soon as the soaring club had lost its status, the glider wasn't inside anymore. Okay, that answers my question. It had been moved somewhere else. After that, the school had it put in the storeroom. We wanted to get it back quickly, but since there was no way we could fly it, we didn't have anywhere to put it. We kept quiet and let the school take care of it. Then, a few days ago, we heard some surprising news from certain sources. The school was planning to donate the glider to the city museum. This glider was something the old members made all by themselves. Such an original aircraft is a nationwide rarity. Therefore, it has a value as a museum exhibit. As for the school, the glider was pointlessly taking up a considerable amount of storage space. So, they wanted to get rid of it. If it had gone to the museum, getting it back would have been impossible. Therefore, as an extreme measure, we decided to secretly take it out. And that's why it's here now. I can see why the student council was like, ah, yes, That's correct. Even if I lied, I would have been quickly found out anyway. So I just frankly admitted it.
呆れた。こんなところに隠していたなんて。そのせいで私たちを寮に住まわせない気でいたの？
No. Since I heard you were coming tomorrow, we were planning to move it somewhere else before then.
どうだか。
Unfortunately, we were still in the middle of a huge storm. The only other place where we could store such a huge glider was the entry hall. However, given the circumstances, we wouldn't want to leave it anywhere so noticeable. Please, I beg you, keep it a secret. I put both hands together and pleaded intently.
私たちが理事長の孫だってさっき話したわよね。どうして私たちがあんたたちのために祖父を裏切るような真似。ここがいい。
Huh?
姉さん？
Asa-chan said with all her might.
私ここがいいの、夜ちゃん。聞いてなかったの姉さん。ここにあるこれは学校から盗み出されたもので。それでもね、ここがいいの。ごめんなさい。
Asa-chan pleaded with Yoru-chan, who was both angry and astonished.
あのね、姉さん。そもそもこんなのあったら寝る場所もないじゃない。大丈夫。こうやって。
Asa-chan laid down her petite body in the gap between the fuselage and the main wings, leaned against the wall.
私は嫌よ。でも、今日はここに泊まっちゃわないと。
The whole building shook and rattled as it was battered by strong winds.
外は台風だよ。かといって、ここが安全ともあまり思えないけど。なんだか不衛生そうだし。
If we let them go home, our secret will be exposed. The fact that our glider is here. So, as of today, the two of you are our friends. Let's all get along together. I said, okay, applause, urging everyone to clap. Although everyone looked at my twitching smile dubiously, they gave it a round of applause.
葵くん、顔が引きつってる。こりゃバレたわね。よろしくお願いします。ま、適当によろしくね。態度悪。
What's her problem? No, seriously, what's her problem?
いいのゆかさん、あの子超態度悪いわよ。新人教育も兼ねてここはビシッと。
Madari was making a fuzz about it, and everyone else groaned.
私らもう慣れてるし。
Yeah, I get a load of this girl.
Who was the last person with a bad attitude in the fucking dorm?
Go, this guy.
慣れてるの？なんで？
Everyone gave her sidelong glances without knowing what to say.
ぶっちゃけ小鳥ちゃんはこの10倍くらい態度悪かったもんね。ちゃんと自己紹介してよろしくねっていうだけマシだよね。
Kodare looked at Ageha and me, searching for backup. Ditto.
左に同じ。
Opposing opinions resounded all around her.
何よみんなして私こんなに態度悪くなかったもん。でも部屋はどうするの？だってあの部屋。
Yuka-san mumbled hesitantly. We got an unspoken agreement from the boarders to hide the glider in the dorm. They highly value my achievement of getting the new fridge and understood the feelings of former members of the soaring club, so they turned a blind eye to the whole incident. Therefore, we decided that, officially, they don't know what's there. We'll look for another storage location as quickly as possible. Until then, you two can use my room. Everyone looked at me questioningly, as if making sure I was really fine with it. I don't have many things, so I can easily make space and can sleep anywhere.
じゃあ私の部屋に来ればいいよ。一緒に寝よう。
Ah! Damn it! Why is there a route at a fan desk, man?
ちょっとカナ、何バカなこと言ってんの？そんなことさせられるわけないでしょ？
Oh no, 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 Kodari got mugged.
あら、どうして？
それは
She got mugged there. Oh shit, she got
言
mugged.
ってやって。そこで私に振るのかよ。そりゃああれじゃないっすか。葵がもし不祥事なんぞ起こしたら寮母を辞めなくちゃいけなくなっちゃうんで。そうそう、それよ。
Everyone unanimously agreed, which is why that idea is rejected. Though even without everyone's rejection, using her room was never an option. I mean, obviously, it's kind of being she gives like a very whimsical suggestion until the fan does, you know. Asa-chan spoke timidly.
私グライダーがある部屋でも別に構わないですよ。
To be fair, that's literally. To be fair for Asa, I can imagine since she was looking for the glider, she was like, "That's you know how when we were kids and some boys had a dream to have like a race car bed. I don't know nowadays, maybe way back, that's the equivalent of that, but for gliders or something. But you have an actual glider." But there's no room to lay out a futon.
平気です。そのくらい覚悟の上ですから。
We had no idea what on earth was she talking about, so everyone gave her slightly puzzled looks. Wait. That's right. Her eyes were sparkling when she was looking at that glider just now. Does she have some sort of emotional attachment to it? Maybe she's an airplane enthusiast or something.
私は嫌よ。あんな狭苦しいところで寝たら窒息しちゃう。夜ちゃん。嫌だったら嫌。
No, I told you to use my room, okay? She nodded rather reluctantly for some reason. And that's how it is, everyone. It's just for a little while, so I'd appreciate your cooperation. I mean, my bro could just sleep on the couch. This is my room.
お邪魔します。へえ。夜ちゃん、男の人の部屋だよ。そうね。
Two girls nervously looked around my room.
あ、漫画がこんなにいっぱい。やっぱり男の人って漫画が好きなんですね。
Not gonna lie, I do have one set of manga, and it's a set of manga I regret having. It's the rent a girlfriend manga, man. You know how many years it's been since it started, and totally nothing happened at all. But anyway, let's continue. Said Asa-chan, impressed. Those weren't mine though. Ageha brought them all, and just left them here after reading. What was she doing in her room? What was she doing in his room? Or maybe he just, he left it in somewhere in the house dormitory, and he just placed it in the bookshelf. Or Ageha was staying in his room. Ooh.
お菓子の食べかすが落ちてる。
They're not mine either. Those are from stuff Ageha and Kotori have been eating in here. Why are they staying in his room a lot? Since the garage was demolished, my room has become our meeting place. Oh, I get it. Thanks to that, there are many unnecessary things in here that I don't remember owning myself. Sorry, I'll clean that up right away. I clean away the trash and take away the unnecessary things out to the hallway. While I was at it, the girls were just waiting idly. Damn, those two have been treating my room like their storage. Jesus Christ. When I returned, after making a few rounds, Asa-chan was holding the framed photo that was on the desk.
この写真
I peeked over the heads of the two sisters who had their faces huddled close together. It was easy to do that because even for girls, they're pretty short. Ah, it's that photo. It was the glider and the runway overgrown with weeds. The blue sky stretching out in all directions. The shining white clouds bathed in the sunlight. Sorry, I was looking at Amane. Ah, she's sexy, man. But anyway, let's continue. In our group, it was a commemorative photo taken on that day, when he came back from the last test flight with Amane senpai. This is the glider you saw just now. That's how it looks when it's assembled. The two of them, especially Asa-chan, were looking at the photograph enthusiastically.
いつ撮影したものなんですか？
Around the end of last year's summer vacation, we flew the glider at dawn. Strange clouds called the morning glory appeared, and we were aiming for them.
じゃあ、あの時飛んでたのって。でも失敗したんでしょ？
How did you know?
さあ、小鳥さんとアゲハさん、葵さんですよね。
He points to the faces in the photo one by one.
こちらの綺麗な方は？
The last person in the photo, she was pointing to the girl smiling carefreely, like a little kid. That's Mochizuki Amane-san, also known as the Super Repeat student. She already graduated though.
さっき小鳥さんが言ってた人ですね。
Yeah, that's her. The genius who's so smart she forgets she's hungry. I added while laughing at how weird that was.
伝説の先輩。
Legendary. Well, that might be true. Maybe the students of Keifu Academy will continue to pass down the story of the strange senpai, Mochizuki Amane, for a long time to come. Just like an urban legend. While I was looking at the photo, the nostalgic feelings made me smile subconsciously. The two of them looked at me curiously from below. Originally, we were members of the soaring club, but it had its status revoked due to some circumstances. This photo is a commemoration of our club's last activities.
もう活動はしないんですか？
Well, we're still kind of continuing them. Now we've gone completely underground. Since we aren't recognized by the school, we carry out our activities in secret so that we won't get found out. Asa-chan, are you interested in gliders?
いえ、私はその。
She turned bright red and lowered her head.
姉さんは空を飛ぶものに興味があるの。昔からね。
Oh, yours the... Damn, Yoru. Thanks for that.
うん。
I see. We're planning to fly again eventually. So you can come watch if you want. Asa-chan's big round eyes sparkled and she nodded happily. When the sun went down, what can be called as the windstorm was raging outside, so we couldn't go out to do any repairs. All that was left was waiting for the typhoon to pass while praying that this worn-out dormitory could withstand it. Hey, that girl Asa-chan seems to be interested in gliders.
へえ、そうなんだ。
I was telling Ageha, who had been helping with dinner, about the twins. Because she probably won't be able to go home tonight, it seems that Ageha is going to stay in Kotori's room. I asked her if she'd like to come and see us flying the next time, and she agreed with sparkling eyes. That's great, isn't it?
それでさっきから鼻の下伸ばしてたんだ。可愛いもんね。
Jesus Christ, man. No, it's not like that.
そういうのロリコンって言うんでしょ？
It's over, senpai. He's now a lolly. I thought we liked chat hags, man. Thought we were into hags. God damn it. Kotori, who had been quietly chopping the vegetables, joined the conversation. Idiot, what the hell are you saying? You're only 2 years younger than me. That's not lolicon, isn't it? Right?
葵くん、ああいう子がいいんだ。
Wait, did she just self-cuck herself there? What the fuck?
葵って面倒見がいいから手がかかる子に弱いんだよね。
Agia gave Kotori a sidelong glance when she said that. Kotori didn't notice her gaze and was chopping up the cabbage while mumbling, "That's pretty cute though." We couldn't go shopping that night, so we were making okonomiyaki from the food we had left. That aside, just take back all the manga and other stuff you left in my room. If you don't, I'll throw them away.
あれは貸したんじゃん。ちゃんと読んでよ。マジで面白いんだって。そんでもって熱く語り合おうよ。
Fucking weeb, man.
Okay, if I have time.
ねえ、ロリコンって具体的に何歳差からを言うの？
Wait, seriously, Kotori was thinking about that? What the fuck?
Shut up and chop the vegetables. The raging storm shook Flying Fish Manor.
ねえ、本当にここに住むつもりなの？だってグライダーがあったから。運命だよきっと。ヨルちゃんもそう思うでしょ？運命なんてナンセンスよ。姉さんって本当にロマンチストよね。じゃあいいもん。私のセンスがヨルちゃんに一生理解されなくたってそれでいいもん。ロマンチストな方が女の子っぽいし。はいはい、どうせ私は女の子っぽくないですよだ。それにさ、なんだかいいなと思っちゃった。ん？何が？空を目指してみんな幸せそうに笑ってたから。
No, seriously, why is Amane so cool, man? Why is she so cool? Why is she cool, man?
すごい風だね。
By the way, so that's a very generic sound. It's one of the. It's probably from some generic sound effects bank. But like when I heard that sound, I recognized that from Umineko. I think I also heard a couple of sound effects from Umineko in this VN. I was like, oh, they're using the same sound effects bank or something.
寝てる間に建物がぺしゃんこに倒壊しちゃうかもね。ヨルちゃん、一緒に寝よう。どうしよっかな。ヨルちゃん。
Oh wait, it's 11:20. I should have ended. You know what? I'm gonna end stream here. I need to get some sleep. I have breakfast tomorrow. I mean, reservations. I have to get a lot of sleep. I've been not getting a lot of sleep. I've been looking at my my data on how long I've been sleeping. According to my wearable, I need a lot of sleep. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and we're gonna continue more of this tomorrow. Hopefully we start Kotori's proper sometime tomorrow, or maybe like Sunday. We'll see. Anyway, I'll see you guys, and thanks for watching. Ciao.